Let's talk about Benjamin Sesko. Arsenal are confident of completing Benjamin Sesko deal. The offer is on the table, and according to reports on Benjamin Sesko from Franz Fletcher, Benjamin Sesko is highly admired at Arsenal, and Team Talk understands an offer is on the table, which the club believe will convince the player to pick them. Sources say Sesko is impressed by the project at Arsenal, but is taking time to consider all the offers. So Arsenal are confident the deal, Benjamin Sesko's deal, is going to go through. Same as me. These days, when they link to a player, and I hear Man United one team, Chelsea one team, Liverpool one team, I'm not really worried. I feel like whatever Edu has told him, what Stats has told him, the project that we have, two title chases in the last couple of years, we've gotten to a Champions League quarterfinal for the first time since 2010. The players we're able to attract these days, we're building a squad. I think this probably for me is the best squad since we have to go to the Van Persie Fabregas days. We've not really had a squad like this. So there's something right with this team, the culture in the team, the mentality in the team, the way we come back and score last minute goals, the way we come back from behind, the way we finally competed for a title up until the final day for the first time since 1998. All that, everything is going positively. So as Franz Fletcher said, Kazi, the club is convinced the player will pick them. Are you convinced though?
For the fans that don't support Arsenal, this is not for you. This is for the fans that wear, white and red, and that is the RB Leipzig and Arsenal. This is between us. This is our war. I'm afraid RB Leipzig at the moment, and people don't want to admit this, but RB Leipzig's offer is insane, absolutely insane. I've been talking about this like a song. Imagine you're at a club where you're earning 50,000 a week. That dramatically is doubled. You're offered the role of a star. You're going to be the star of the project next season, and you're also going to be given assurance that you can leave. I'm afraid that is a very good offer. It is too good to be true. It is too good to turn down. Now, however much that has been offered to him, I don't think Benjamin Sesko has been told that he's going to be the star at Arsenal, but I think in terms of wages, he's been offered that. In terms of going further in the Premier League and the Champions League, he knows this is the Arsenal project, and that's what they can do. And also in terms of career development, I think the next step right now is a big club like Arsenal, and they have come in for me. Take the opportunity and run when you have it. So I'm confident we will get him. I'm very, very confident we'll get him. But I'm also, looking at RB Leipzig through the corner of my eye. That contract, it will get them confident. It will really, really get them confident. And should they play the loyalty card? Should they play the sympathy card? That is what I'm afraid of, right? And I've not seen it. Right, I've not seen it yet, but clubs do play that sympathy card. They could tell a player, "Listen, you've been here. We don't have a replacement, and you are our guy. You know where we've come from. You've been part of the Red Bull network, and you know how much we value you. You know how much the fans like you. And it's not like your contract is running down. It's not like you're aging, right? How about you stay here for 1 year? You help us. By the time for us, we will have sorted out our situation, and then we will let you go." Dortmund have played it with Jadon Sancho until Manchester United got him the next summer, and then Dortmund have also done it with Erling Haaland, where he should have moved earlier on. Chelsea were really big, decided to stay, and then he moved to Man City the next summer. So
Brighton with Caicedo.
Yeah, Brighton with Moises Caicedo in January, where Arsenal had really put up what I would call unresistible money in a January transfer window, 80+ million. So I would say at the moment, 55% Arsenal, 40% Leipzig, 5% Chelsea.
So you're not even United?
And with Manchester United, they're just wasting time here. They're just wasting time. They're either just watching, right? They're either just watching, or they have sent in their proposal just to fulfill the obligation of, "Hey, Eric Ten Hag, you wanted Sesko. We sent in our offer, but it didn't go through." I don't think I don't think if Arsenal are in the position of Manchester United, I don't think we would go in with Sesko against Arsenal, Leipzig, and Chelsea. So when you think about what Arsenal have been doing in the last few years, we've not been as attractive as other projects, Real Madrid, FC Barcelona, FC Bayern, Man City. So what we've done is we've gone with players where you have a little bit of less competition, but also players that are 100% locked onto joining Arsenal. I remember Gabriel Magalhaes choosing the Arsenal project over all other projects, and Arsenal went on to press ahead, get that deal done a little bit quickly, and then it's the announcement that took a lot of time. Houssem Aouar is another player. Wanted Arsenal, a deal just didn't happen because Jean-Michel Aulas is very difficult to negotiate with, and even up until now, the likes of Julien Timber, sources saying he only wanted Arsenal. Declan Rice was locked onto joining Arsenal. So that's why I'm not scared about Man United. I think they've entered the market that they know they cannot win that player. They cannot win that talent. They don't have a single reason to compete with Chelsea, who have a much better project than them, and to compete with Arsenal, who are at the level right now of Manchester City, I would say. So at the moment, for me, it's Chelsea, it is Arsenal.
Absolutely makes sense. So your biggest worry is Leipzig. I kind of would agree. So according to Franz Fletcher as well, he said he's convinced that the Arsenal is convinced that the player will pick them. So Sesko is impressed by the project at Arsenal, but he's taking time to consider all the offers. Why do you think he's taking the time? Do you think he's actually thinking about staying at Leipzig, or is actually thinking about the two other teams? Because if Arsenal are convinced, he should have by now said, okay, I want my future sorted out, let me join Arsenal before the Euros. Why do you think he's taking time? Do you think he's actually thinking about staying at Leipzig?
I think his camp and the player know that the best option for them is to stay at RB Leipzig for 1 more year. They actually know that. But at the moment, they have a crazy opportunity that has manifested along the way. It's as simple as that. It's seeing a bar of gold as you're driving along the highway. You know the best. This could be robbers, right? The best option for you is to continue on your road, just go and reach wherever you're going safely. So if you're Benjamin Sesko and you have this wonderful Leipzig project, the best thing for you is to be there for 3 years, develop well, and as a young striker. When you're 23, you have matured. You can go out there and face whatever kind of environment and roles and responsibilities and challenges are there. Playing for a club like Arsenal is not easy. Playing for a club like Chelsea is not easy. The level of demand, the level of criticism that these fans give, including myself, right? It is insane. So he knows that the best option is stay at RB Leipzig, but he thinks this is a dream come true. This is a massive opportunity for him. Missed out on going to Manchester United. I think that was a year or two ago. A chance has actually come back. I don't think they would want to miss it. So that's why they're taking a little bit of time to say, do we really stay? We know it's right, but then this opportunity, will it come back? And if it comes back, will it be Arsenal? If he wants to play for Arsenal, like we have had, then I think that's where the conflicting loyalties are.
Interesting, because we are now getting even closer to the Euros. We are now 9 days away, but I feel like he's still going to make his decision before then. And Arsenal are confident we're going to get this deal done. So I think you're going to hear a massive breakthrough. I think by Friday or something like that, you're going to hear a lot of on terms of what he's deciding and all that. So do you think, lastly on him, do you think Arsenal, if he takes too much time to make up his mind, do you think Arsenal will walk away, and should we just walk away and just go for 2 other targets if he gets to next week Thursday?
Not really. I think Arsenal look at him as well as a rare market opportunity. Like the way you look at Joshua Zirkzee. When I look at Joshua Zirkzee, by the way, I'm like, this guy is like Leroy Sané. This guy, the profile of him is very good, but not for what Arsenal are looking at the moment. Not for a centre forward with a killer instinct. Takes a lot of touches. Wants to remove everyone in the penalty area before scoring. Sesko is kind of the opposite. So they're looking at Sesko as the X factor that is lacking, the X factor at a cheaper price, and the X factor that would be at Arsenal for 9 years. I mean, I won't be surprised if Barcelona rebuild their finances 8 years later and they're like, oh, we want Benjamin Sesko, you know, Arsenal, you know, our thing, you know, you always give us players. But in terms of longevity, in terms of price, in terms of, you know, just a striker, because he is a striker, it's a rare opportunity. So I don't think Arsenal will just walk away. If it doesn't happen before the Euros, I think Arsenal will be feeling and thinking Slovenia might not go through to the next round before July. So they will wait for him after the Euros. I mean, give him 1-2 days for feeling sad for his national team and then go back again.